Harry Kane's 32, and I'm not saying that's old because that's younger than me, but at some point, if Harry Kane was to get injured this summer, where does it leave us? Because just 8 English strikers have appeared in the Premier League this season.
I think this international break was a perfect opportunity just to say to Harry Kane, go and have a week holiday. He doesn't need to be there.
He'd want to be there though, won't he?
Yeah, no, he'd want to.
Every
But that's what I mean.
player
You need to take that. I'd be the same. I'd want to be there, but you need to take that option away from him and say, right, go and have a week holiday with your family and get some sun, and we don't need to see it. And then the opportunity for Thomas Tuchel to look at players and see what they can do. Jack Grealish may as well book his holidays in the summer now, him as well, because he's not getting in the squad. You think Andy Gordon stopped out and he still doesn't get called into it. So I think Thomas Tuchel is quite set, but that number 9 position, I think this is a perfect opportunity for him to look at.
Yeah, I think
different players, and Watkins as well. It's a big.
But who should he be looking at? Who's the next best option for Harry Kane at the moment?
He might be a Withenshaw vet.
That's where you were going.
If you look at the forwards, there's Ollie Watkins, there's Welbeck.
It's thin, isn't it?
Lewin.
It's thin.
Ivan Toney.
But is he being tested at the highest level to then drop into...
Well, he picked him a couple squads ago, didn't he?
Yeah.
Did he play him? He didn't. Really
he played 88th minute substitution. But, I mean, you're not really sport for choice, are you?
Then you have to look to the 21s.
Yeah, the reality is you should be looking at your Delaps and players like that. You should be looking at them younger players and saying, are you ready to make that leap into the first team? You jumped quite early, didn't you? But I was playing 21s football, and then it's like, then you kind of know that the next step is you train with them. I trained with Glenn Hoddle. And then you get an understanding of because the pace is totally different. The pace from 21s, pace from 18s to 21s is big, but then the pace from 21s to first team is totally different. So you got to get used to that.
I sort of think that we sort of need quotas on how many foreign players you can have in Premier League teams again, because I feel like
difficult.
I know it's difficult. But I feel like. Yes, the Premier League's probably the best league in the world, but I think it's to the detriment of our national team in certain instances where if you do have a young striker, teams don't have time to wait. You can't embed them in and try and get them to develop.
I think on that, then you're looking at foreign coaches as well coming in and then foreign players, and the standard of English players has increased massively.
Yeah.
I just think it's purely because they don't want to play number 9 the way the game is tactically, the way it is.
So we blame Pep Guardiola.
No, but if you look worldwide, there's not many. So it's not just a problem in England; it's a problem throughout the world in number 9.
And I think he's getting the opportunity to play as well. So in Germany, in France, in the other leagues, the younger players get a better opportunity. They get the opportunity earlier.
Why do you think that is?
They can fail. We can't fail. We're not allowed. We have to hit the ground running. We have to do well now. And if you don't do well now, it's kind of you're going to sit back down there. You're not quite ready, and that might knock your confidence.
Well, part of the problem is because our league is so good. So
yes, I get that. I totally get that.
But do you think it's much more worthwhile for young English players to go out to like a Germany or a France?
Possibly, because you can fail a little bit there and it not be as detrimental to your career. We're getting to finals in I think Michael spoke about it. We're getting to finals in the Euros. We're getting to youth. Getting to finals in this. But then players generally won't make it through. I think Phil Foden's age group now, you're starting to see the real players, seeing the players coming through. You got Gay and all them. We have the players there. It's just giving them, especially strikers.
It's having that giving them as well.
Yes.
You see with Barcelona a lot, they bring a young player into the team and they play. Yeah. They play games. They persevere with it and they keep playing them, and then before you know it, they're gaining experience and become.
Because as a young player, you're going to have ups and downs. One week you're going to be sky high, and then you might not have a great game. It's going to be like this until you find a niche that you can just go. And not everyone's going to be Wazo or Lamal or players like that. You've got to get through that little stage. In England, we won't be given that opportunity to get through that stage.
You find the team, don't you, and the environment as well. And I think if you look at Busquets, for instance, I absolutely love Busquets. But if you go and throw Busquets in the midfield in a dynamic team where you're asking them to be up and down, boxing and whatever, he's a completely different player. So it's finding what suits you as well. Some players suit certain teams.
Don't think we concluded who Harry Kane's backup is, did we?
Well, I did say Delap, you got to be looking like them because they're younger players that are going to give you the longevity to actually.
Yeah, he's 22. He's the only one under the age of 26.
But he's not been getting game time at Chelsea like that, has he?
He's been
No.
injured
Yeah.
and then suspended, wasn't he, as well?
Yeah.
Then and he might have to, look down into the Championship.
But you say that, but there are other players. You think Danny Welbeck, because of...
Well, he's playing well and he's English. So if you're a number 9 or if you're a forward who's playing well in the Premier League and scoring goals and you're English, you have to believe
you have to be
that you've got an opportunity to be in the squad.
But maybe the fact that we're talking about Danny Welbeck, it is a reflection of where we're at, I guess, with the other options.
The Premier League, for a lot of games at international level, is harder than international football.
Yeah, it is.
So if he's doing it there, it's only when you meet the top teams at international level it becomes more difficult.
I guess the problem is, though, like the longer term of it, because we're talking about their age. I'm not trying to retire anyone now, but I guess it's like the next 5 or 10 years where are these forwards?
Well, we've been lucky over the years. We could see where the next strikers were coming. Yeah. So you were talking about going back to Alan Shearer. You had Andy Cole. Stan didn't play that much. Dion Dublin didn't play that much. So we had all these players.
Ian Wright didn't play. Yeah,
there you go.
Fowler,
and then you had a chain of players that could go from that next level. Then I came in after Sheeran, and then Wazza came in after me, and then where do we look now? We've always had that chain. We're really struggling right now to find.
Then look at the wide players.
Oh yeah, more dynamic now.
You think of Foden, Anthony Gordon, Grealish, Saka.
And in our era, we were trying to find a left wing, weren't we?
Yeah. So do you think perhaps the future is probably trying to shoehorn somebody into that position? So you look at somebody
but a lot
like
of these players can also play like the false 9 now.
But that's what I was saying. Like you play like a Marcus Rashford in the 9 or something like that. Is that probably the way we have to go?
Possibility, yeah. Possibility. But then it changes.
It'll come back round.
I said that. We're gonna play with two. We're gonna again play with two.
If you're a young kid now, around about 8 to 12, and you're just playing as a number 9, you're going to be in such a good position in 10 years' time because it will come back round and you'll have head start.
You heard it here first. 4-4-2 is making a comeback.